church on Sunday.
Wagwan, welcome to the Greg Baker Show, live on Intellectual Radio. Back again from a brief hiatus from the air, but you know how it is sometimes when you're a busy man, some full of shows, but the show must always go on. I'm down here with my boy Earl, man. He owning this station, man. He owning it out here, man. I love being out here. This show, this station just gives me so much energy. You just get so much energy doing what you love. You know, whenever I get a chance to do what I love, it's just a bolt of energy shoot through me, and I just really just turn up, and I just really give it my all. Just like for example, like just the last 2 days, I've been on a set of Empire. I do a little extra work when I'm not doing radio, and I want to say every time I do Empire, I always run into a couple of my good friends. I got some good friends on set. I got my boy G Money on set. I got great friends on set, man. And when I get a chance to link up with them and talk about different music ideas, different movie ideas. That energizes, give me the energy I need to finish them long days. And then when I'm on set, I get a chance to actually see the things that people do. I get a chance to see how Hollywood work behind the scenes. I get a chance to understand that in order to get like a 15-second shot, it might take 2-3 hours. The little scenes that they take so much putting in that we might take advantage of. It took somebody probably two days to do that. So you really got to get a chance to just appreciate. I get a chance to appreciate the art whenever I'm doing extra work. I really get a chance to sit down and just sit back and eat as much as I can, because a lot of times I'm not going to last Empire doing extra work. Even though I feel like I'm a leading man type of guy, I look at myself, I'm pretty handsome. One day I should be a leading guy. What does Terrence Howard get that I don't have? I ask myself that. I'm like, but besides, all the money, the awards, I don't think he got no Oscar. I don't think Terrence Howard got no Oscar or nothing like that. We both ain't got that. But besides that, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I see Terrence Howard on set, man, I get like he's like a beacon of hope. I look at him like, man, I grew up watching this man. To be honest, the first date me and my wife on was we went to go see Hustle and Flow. So you know what I'm saying. So I definitely wanted to walk up to him like, man, me and my wife went on our first date to go see you, man, to go see Hustle and Flow, man. So I know it's hard out there for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to, but I was like, that might be too corny. I can't really walk up to him and hit him with that one. I'm not, but definitely he knows it's hard out there for a pimp. And I want to give a shout out to Terrence Howard. And I definitely, whenever I get a chance to work with Taraji, I like to call them by their first name because, me and them like this, since I've been doing extra work for the last couple of years. But I like, whenever I get a chance to meet Taraji, I always want to say that she's one of the hardest working women I ever seen. She works hard, like she don't really mess up. She don't really mess up behind the scenes. Whenever I get a chance to work with Taraji and Terrence, we on first name basis. They call me Greg when they see me. But whenever I get a chance to work with them guys, I'm definitely like a sponge. I really like to suck up all that knowledge they have, and then I know a lot of times when we shoot late, that's when T, when I say T, I mean Terrence. When T, he get he like to have fun with the cast. He be cracking jokes on stage a lot. So I really like working with TH. Every time I change the nickname, we try to find a nickname that's gonna stick. Me and T Howard. But whenever I get a chance, T Howard, whenever we get a chance to chop it up, we chop it up, But definitely, I will tell y'all, man, I got a great show ahead. So I got John the author. He's in the studio right now. I got John the author in the studio right now. We about to talk about his new CD. I just want to say, if you've been listening to the Greg Baker Show, it's damn near the soundtrack from the beginning to the end of my show at this hour. I might as well bring him down and talk to him, let y'all meet the soundtrack to the revamp of the Greg Baker Show, man. And I'm definitely appreciating, what I'm saying, the love, because I know Earl be back here jamming with me, man. And I know Earl hear a lot of music come through here, and if he says a hit, man, it's a hit, So I wanted to bring him down, let John the author get in tune with Intellectual Radio, because Intellectual Radio is definitely a place that helps build the intellect, especially in a time right now where we have bombers. Male bombers. They just, I don't know what that just this morning, but I think it started Monday, where they had I think he's a Republican. He was delivering mail to different homes of high class politicians. Mail with bombs in it. That's crazy. Barack Obama got one. Hillary Clinton got one. And Bill, the list goes on. Today they having a black summit down at the White House. A lot of President Trump is talking to a lot of the black business people, entrepreneurs of the world down there during the same day. I don't want to call Obama a Trump ninja, but he's like an apostle of Trump, because when I was watching the news, they actually showed the van they comprehended from him, and the van had different stickers of the different people that he was attacking. Like the CNN sticker was on there. That's the one that CNN kind of show interest to it. It was like, man, we can't really tell a lot of stickers that's on this truck, but one that surely stands out to us is this CNN sticker on the side of this van. So I mean, we're in a hard time, and we gotta be careful with Trump disciples. Donald Trump has disciples who are out here to push whatever he want to do, and he's out here, I mean, really separating us. Let's not let that separating let that separation win. Because at the end of the day, I mean, love is the key. Love is the key. So like I said, I got John the author in the building. I want to make sure y'all stay tuned on Intellectual Radio. If you want to listen to us on the road, make sure you download these two apps. Okay, you can download either iHeart Radio or you can download Spreaker. Okay, and then the keyword is Intellectual Radio. Okay, and if you want to catch us live, you can check us out on YouTube and also IntellectualRadio.com. Intellectual Radio all across the board. So I want y'all to stay tuned. I want to give a special shout out D-Man. What's up, D-Man? What's up, Kendella? What's up, Sean? What's up, Gino? How y'all feeling out there, man? We gonna get it in, man. I also got some tickets for y'all. My boy D-Man, he always doing comedy. So if you want to get some tickets for my boy D-Man, I want y'all to tag D-Man right now, okay? Tag D-Man right now. If you're not his friend on Facebook, go add him first, then tag him. And then tag him, The Greg Baker Show, and you have free tickets to his show, okay? Go add D-Man right now. Anybody that add D-Man right now, he's on my Facebook page. Tag him, okay? The Greg Baker Show on Intellectual Radio. Give me all that. I want to tell what The Greg Baker Show. We need all that plug, okay? You'll get free tickets to go see D-Man, okay? And he has a funny Chicago comedian. We have to support each other, really. You understand? We have to support each other. That's one of the things I want to talk to John the author about as well, about supporting and pick his man a lot, because he's a very learned young brother, and we don't have a lot of learned young brothers in the world. I don't just want to break it down to the city. So when you're young and you have a lot knowledge about different things, we have to give them young fellas platforms, because that's the future. I believe the children are the future. Treat them well and let them lead the way. So we live on the Greg Baker Show, man. We're going to be right back right now. I'm a big fan of John the author, man. So I want to play a little bit of this Black Queen, one of my favorite songs. I was just kicking it with John Renaissance yesterday on Empire, boy. Let's go. It's Greg Baker Show. Hey, I want to last.
Look, yes, you a queen, nothing less. So I guess that mean a nigga better come correct. Ain't none of that, yo, what's your name, what's your sign shit? Tell me where your mind at, what do you believe in? Muhammad and Jesus, even though they both were made by conquerors, worth of John Henry Clark and her anyway. I'm liking your demeanor, you remind me of Queen and Singer. Ain't nothing more attractive than Africans being Africans. And all your naturalness, girl, you got it, and that's the truth. The way they tried to copy your body, girl, that's the proof. I see them on the news telling stories like Mother Goose. My standard of beauty is different, girl, all I want is you. And when you walk, man, I swear to God, you light up the world. I ain't scared, but I am trying to build up the nerve to say the right things to you. Might sing to you. Lord knows I might be the right king for you. But it don't be Black Queen. You're sweet and blessed, girl. That means I listen. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But it don't be Black Queen. Ain't no win game to my pen game. Other rappers should just call a nigga sensei. We not cut from the same cloth, boy, I'm Kente. They prayed and I came like I Yende. Anyhow, anywho, give me Let me see what it really do. I need a queen of the now, not a queen in the now. All natural, fuck a weave in your scalp. See, I'm trying to holler as you weave through the crowd. I don't just want to hit it, girl, I want to lock you down. Cause I heard through the grapevine, not only are you fine like grape wine, you shine like daytime. Wake up in the morning and you hug yourself. Floating by like you high, did you drug yourself? You charged up, let me help you unplug yourself. My black queen, let me find out you love yourself. Then this song, girl, for real. You're a queen of this. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But he gon' be black queen. You're a queen of this girl. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. What he gon' be black queen?
See, I'm intrigued by your knowledge and on the nine, you got it, can be my man. That's how your melanin poppin', can be my son, kiss goddess. I got a kingdom and crown with your name. I'm digging more than your body. See, I'm intrigued by your knowledge and on the nine, you got it, can be my man. That's how your melanin poppin', can be my son, kiss goddess. I got a kingdom and crown with your name.
Hey, won't you be my black queen? My queen.
More than your body, see, I'm intrigued by your knowledge. And on the nine, you got it, can be my man, woman. That's how your melanin poppin', can be my son, kiss goddess. I got a king in the crown with your name. More than your body, I'm intrigued by your knowledge. And on the nine, you got it, can be my man, woman. How your melanin poppin', can be my son, kiss goddess. I got a king in the crown with your name.
You're a queen of bliss. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But he gon' be black queen. You're a queen of bliss, girl. I don't need nothing else. I've been waiting on you. You've been waiting on me. But he gon' be black queen.
Wagwan, welcome back to the Greg Baker Show. Y'all already know what we got going on, man. I'm live. That was just John the Author with John the Renaissance and Black Queen wanted John the Renaissance, right? And John the Renaissance.
John the Renaissance.
Hey, I was kicking it with him yesterday, man. Cool dude.
That's my boy.
Yeah, he cool. He's super cool, man. And, we live right now in the studio, Intellectual Radio. And like I said, I got a guest coming through. He basically provides all my soundtrack and everything. I'm gonna scoot over by him just a little bit, you know. I usually should have did that offline, but you know, I'll keep it moving, keep it pimping, you know. So look, we live right now. That's a little bit of John the Author in the background. If y'all can hear him and y'all rocking to it, you know, I like to keep that. You know, I like to keep a little bit. I like to keep y'all in tune with what he got going on. So for y'all who don't know, John the Author is a great artist. You know, John the Author really does not want me to say certain things. You know, he's a lot more conservative than I am.
I was wondering why you ain't gonna say it.
He don't want me to say it. I don't know if y'all can see any resemblance. Get on the camera.
That's so funny.
I don't know if y'all can see any resemblance.
I'm waiting on
but we are related, and I'm his brother. So with no further ado, I would like to give you all one of the greatest artists in the world, in my opinion. One of the young men who I sing like drop. Come from something to nothing and nothing to something. I want to give y'all John the Author.
Oh, man, that's so beautiful, man.
What's up? How you doing?
I don't mind you saying. That's like I'm embarrassed to you or something. Like he don't want us to say we related. No, what I got offended at was the whole big brother, baby brother thing. It's like, no, man, I got 2 kids. I'm a grown man now. I'm your younger brother. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole you my baby brother thing. It's kind of offensive. You know what I mean? It hurts me.
So let me ask you this: what's the difference between younger brother and baby brother?
Younger is a baby brother is like, yo, he's 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? He fresh out. You know what I'm saying? Younger is like, yeah, I'm older than him.
Well, but
you know what I'm saying?
We can look at you and tell you're not fresh out anything.
Like big brother is offensive.
How
and baby brother, because it's like I'm your big brother, like I'm bigger than you. No, just because you older don't necessarily mean you bigger than me, or because it's like belittling.
No. I think you know how they got the Napoleon complex. I think you got sibling complex.
I mean, possibly.
I think you
possibly.
It might be sibling because you can't make big or little negative.
You can't.
Cause
You can't.
Cause what if I say like you can, but not in that situation because it's just how you was born. Like say for example, if I be like, man, you doing your little show, that's how you make it negative.
That's negative as heck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I
see
be
you with
like,
your little show,
you know what I'm saying? But if you say, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing a little something, then you switch it around and it's positive again.
I just think that like when people get to a certain age, it's respectful to be like, yo, this is my brother. And if you wanna throw something extra on that, be like, this is my younger brother. But if you be like, this is my baby brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when he was pissing the bed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, look at him now. I see you. Like,
I used to change his diaper.
It's not embarrassing. I'm getting embarrassed. But I'm just saying, like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, man.
You know what? I you know what, and I'm glad to hear that from you. And I received that. My younger brother, you would no longer be my baby brother. I would say, you know, look at this. Live for the Greg Baker Show, a truth,
a truth.
You get mad like, no, baby brother over there from the womb to the throne. We in it, baby.
We've had like real, like, I mean, right now, like it's like all, you know, PG, but we've had like really, really intense conversations about this. I was like, nigga, ain't your baby brother. It was like that. Like, I'm a grown man. I got kids and bills and stuff. You can call me no baby. I got babies.
You know, but I'm glad we had that conversation. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Get back to the business because let's get back to the business. Tell me a little bit more about Burning Books. This CD. I want to hop right into it.
So Burn the Books is about just rewriting history, right? Because it was written incorrectly in the first place, especially pertaining to, you know, African American culture and stuff like that. So Burn the Books is just about saying, hey, the way that we've been represented, the way that we've been, you know, painted is of course not right. So Burn the Books is about just saying, hey, you know what, let's reclaim what we really are, you know.
So like when I listen to the project, I hear what you said. I hear that's, you know, I feel that, you know, and I feel like the different dynamics of the CD now. But my crazy thing is, to me, is that one of my favorite songs is like one of your ratchet songs. And by me being like a fan of you, I'm like a fan, like when you get loose, you know what I'm saying? Because me as an artist myself, sometimes art imitates life, and sometimes when I'm in like, when there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world or just in my life period, that imitates it, that reflects in my music. But me as your brother, I'm already learning. Me as your brother, me as your brother, I like to hear fun in your music, but I also gather knowledge from your music as well, and it puts me in a proud position to hear your music and be like, okay, what he just said was all facts, and it, you know what I'm saying, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? So, the question I really want to ask is, what brought you to that zenith and that pinpoint in your writing, in your art form, that made you get to that point where you can kind of, you know what I'm saying, mentor the people through your music, and just not, because I don't think you take music as for granted. I think every bar you write, you know, the beats you pick and the time you put into your music, you're really trying to mentor in a way, like, you know what I'm saying, like mentor and like the people. What brought you to that point? Because like I said, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm sorry, but like I said, when I first seen you doing music, you was more like, you know, a party type, but you had to reach a point where you like, let me kind of switch it up.
Well, I don't think that I'm trying to mentor anybody. I think once upon a time I think it's safe to say that I was. But what I'm learning about myself is music is growing with me. My music is growing with me. Like, you remember when I was 15, 16 and I made music, and a lot of it was like, it was, you know, trying to fit in, right, with wherever the culture was at that time. And that's pretty much what all 15-year-olds do. So, you know, of course, that's justifiable. But now, you know, I'm 28, right? And they say that usually people grow like into who they are and just who they're gonna be by the time they turn 27. You know what I'm saying? Like 27 is that age where it's like, yo, I am who I am. I'm done trying to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to fake it.
Like, this is who I am. So that's just where I'm at now in life. I'm at that point where it's like, all right, this is who I believe I am, and I'm just gonna try to live in that truth and create music in that truth. Like, and looking throughout the years at all the music that I've created, it was like it was really me just growing through each phase. Like every song that I made, even if it was ratchet, be it was ignorant, be it was what was political, conscious, whatever. It was just me being honest with how I felt. So even though I listen to a lot of those songs now and don't agree with a lot of the stuff that I talked about, I still gotta respect the fact that it came from an honest place and just try to use and realize that those are really just stepping stones.
Yeah. I respect that answer. My brother is growing up.
Man, I'm trying to.
That's my so. With that being said, I want you all to kind of take in what Johnny Arthur just said and just woo-saw on it. My name is Greg Baker. This is the Greg Baker Show on Intellectual Radio.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo-saw by Johnny Arthur.
You know what you went for. Riding through the city with my head out the window. Feeling like the Joker. Shooting in the sky, trying to pick out all the vultures. Praise to the Most High. Every king need a queen, so I keep my lady close by. Don't try to approach her. Oh God, for up this 4-5, let me move side. Let me move side. Well, how the hell did these lames move up? Ooh, huh? Never stutter when you speak and say everything that you thinking if you mean it. Never bite your tongue for someone's convenience. All these demons in the cement trying to pull me down, but I'm too enormous in this forest. I don't fool around. I got the eye of Horus shining on me when I move around. Show me where the king at. That nigga finna lose his crown. John Arthur, the retribution for all martyrs who fallen victim to systems and slipped in the raw coffins. If you ain't cautious, you can lose it too. You can lose the proof. You can lose the truth. But most importantly, you can lose your noose. Liberty or death. Lyrically, I'm fresh. Physically oppressed. Spiritually, I'm free, but I'm still tempted by the flesh. And yes, my direction is cardioid. What's beef when you're a carnivore? Studying the art of war by Sun Tzu. 1, 2. Enemy entities tend to seek all of your energy. Industry niggas be finicky, claiming they been a G. Inner peace, inner beast, tend to meet all in your centerpiece. Roof was on fire, now the motherfucking ceiling leaks. Pete, you know what you went for. Riding through the city with my head out the window. Feeling like the Joker. Shooting in the sky, trying to take out all the vultures. Praise to the Most High. Every king need a queen, so I keep my lady close by. Try to approach her. Oh God, for up this 4-5, let me move side. God, for up this 4-5, let me move side. Grew up blowing in the wind, never really had a solid plan. All we want to do is make it, didn't care what we invent. You can hear us in the basement if you listen through the vent. Bunch of niggas smoking reefer, drinking liquor, talking shit. The old days, white tea and Jabro days. Could've swore we would blow like propane, but the dope came slower than intended. Nobody paid attention at the dream that we envisioned would send most of us to prison. Don't try this at home, don't try this alone, don't try to condone, don't try to fit in, don't try to belong, don't try to pretend like you were activists when really you were actionless pacifists trying to peacefully robbed the people of half they shit. I got the scoop on you niggas. I raised the youth on you niggas. Hop in the booth and speak the truth on you niggas. Yo, who's stopping me? I'm far from obsolete. The way I rock the beats and run the streets without a fucking leash, nigga. I'm John Arthur. I spit the best, I guess it's just because my intellect puts things in retrospect. Other rappers just best respect. Fuck your album if you ain't talking about a revolution. This evolution, my nigga, and you ain't evoluting. Peaceful protest for what, nigga? We hung from nooses. And even with his hands up, it was okay to shoot him. Racism's no longer needed cause it already succeeded. No need to hate someone that you's convinced to hate themselves. Think about it.
You know what you went for. Riding through the city with my head out the window. Feeling like the Joker. Shooting in the sky, trying to take out all the vultures. Praise to the Most High. Every king need a queen, so I keep my lady close by. Don't try to approach her. Oh God.
All I can remember is when I was growing up, they told me failure's not an option. You ever work so hard to get some shit then wanna quit, but can't cause everybody's back to shit because they label me as conscious. And I don't really wanna, but I'm gonna cause I don't like people placing me in boxes. Watch, can I take off? Fuck a celebrity, only God can. Great scars, I've been sharing great thoughts. I've been in the zone about as long as the Great Wall. I've been in the basement, I've been living patient, letting off steam with so little ventilation. I do not believe in integration, I believe in liberation and building nations. That don't make me racist, that just made me gangster. Time to take it for all the years that we've been patient. I don't fuck with pork, but I'm still bringing home the bacon. Sitting at the table screaming, Assalamu, Assalamu, Assalamu alaikum. Lot of braces to keep your back strong, cause you know they trying to break it. I've been in the club with the gangsters. Them niggas don't want no saving, man. They happy in the matrix. What I'm trying to say is,
why do I get so?
Let's get it. Wagwan. We back to the Greg Baker Show. I just wanted y'all to hit some bars from John Arthur off the new CD, Burn the Books. And I want to tell you, man, this CD right here, but I've been playing this CD on Spotify. I've been playing it on iTunes. I've been playing it off. It's on SoundCloud.
no, it's not.
Okay, I play a couple other songs off SoundCloud, but I mean it's stretched across all the social media. I mean all the social media streaming
services.
And I'm definitely feeling the whole vibe. Like, let me ask you a question though. Me knowing you and me know that you're a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
What are some different business techniques that you like to practice, if you could share any? If it's some different type of business techniques or different business strategies.
Pertaining to what?
To music. To getting your music out there to the masses.
I think that's like a field that like a lot of people are trying to navigate and figure out, including me. I think for me, it's not about chasing that necessarily. For me, it's a part of who I am, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people know this, but like I stopped rapping for like the better half of this year, like for the past like maybe 6 months. Like I stopped rapping and I just like focused on mental health, like my mental health, my spiritual health, my family, you know what I'm saying, my girl, my daughters, and just lived that life. And it was beautiful. Like I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of stuff did. I ended up buying 2 houses, you know what I'm saying? I ended up just feeling so in touch with God, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt really, really balanced as a person, but also music is a part of me too. So like I started to feel like, man, I'm not creating. So I was like, let me go back and create. And, and that's when I, released Burn the Books. So for me right now, it's not really about, how can I get more followers? How can I, how can I get all these shows and, you know what I'm saying, sell all these, albums. Like for me, it's about how can I express myself and make it available, to the people who support me and love me, and be content with that and be balanced in that. Every year, me and my wife, we do, me and Rachel, we do vision board. You know what I'm saying? We did that. We've been doing that for the past 3 years.
Oh yeah,
vision board. So like on New Year's, we don't go out. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We running around trying to find the dopest party. We sit in the crib with the girls, you know what I'm saying, with the kids, and we go to the dollar store and we get those little big old little boards, and we like have magazines, and we have like the little sticky notes and stuff like that, and we write down the things that we want to do for the year, and we put them on the vision board. And one of the things that I wrote down was have a more balanced relationship with my music, because for so long it was okay, I'm finna go do this, I'm finna go do this, I'm finna try to get on doing this, I'm finna try to get on doing that. And that's like so exhausting. You know what I'm saying? So exhausting. And for me, it's about just finding that balance. And if things happen, you know what I'm saying, then that's beautiful. But at the same time, I'm not letting music make or break me, because I have so much more to offer to the world.
Mm. So, so if you wasn't doing music, what would it be? What would you do?
I don't know. I mean, I think if I wasn't, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm that's a part of who I am. I also do a lot of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never thought about that. I don't even think anybody can like really answer that question, like honestly, and be right. Like they'll probably just be making something up. Like, oh yeah, I like to knit too, so it'll probably be that. Like,
I
nah,
seen some of your knitting work too. It's pretty nice. You knit some great
nah,
booties.
I've never knitted anything in my life.
Let me-
I've
let-
never knitted.
Nah, he's not a knitter. But let me ask you this though. But
Mm,
you do have plenty talents. Now I know one thing about you that I honor, I'm gonna pick up, but I'm glad that you picked it up first. Is like the rehab abilities. Like
mm.
what really sparked the fact that you can take a house and really do anything to a house? Like tell me about that. Like what's your drive on that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's anything. I would just say that we was blessed enough to have have people in our family who were who had handyman skills, and I was able to shadow them and learn some of those skills and apply them to my life. Be it something breaks in my house, I can fix it. I ain't gotta call somebody to come out and charge me hundreds of dollars to fix something that takes like 5 minutes to fix, or stuff like that. So I don't really know what drew me down that road, but I'm glad that I walked down that road to kind of just like learn how to do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's really helping me a lot.
So what's
Like
like
a freaking lot.
what's one of the things that really helped you a lot? Like around the house when something broke around the house and you were like, man, it's time for me to learn how to fix this. I gotta fix this. What was one of them things that really made you be like, man, I'm glad I know how to fix things around the house. I done saved myself almost a couple $1,000s.
Man, you know what I'm thinking about back in the day. You remember back in the day when you had first got in your crib, and we wanted to build the studio in the basement,
Oh yeah.
and we had started. We went to Home Depot. We had got the drywall, got the 2x4s. We got everything, man. We had everything. We was building that studio in the basement. This fool Greg was supposed to be helping me, and like, and you know what I'm saying. Some way, down the road, I end up finishing the studio off. And but
I think
look,
I had to work. I think I was working at Walgreens.
yeah,
When you
yeah,
finished those,
yeah. But it's like I didn't even know how to, what I'm saying, like carpentry, like I know it now.
Mhm.
But I was like just feeling my way through it, and the main fuel for that at that time was like, yo, we got to get this studio up so I can make music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like, so like,
We had the whole hood down there.
man, everybody was down there, man. We used to.
We had gemstones down there. We had Pete Gray. We had a little bit of everybody in there.
Everybody down there, man. We had, man, them was, and that's really when I look back to like what really got me like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Is when we built that studio, cause like,
You know what I can say?
what?
You welcome. Because if I never,
Never would have left me on stuck.
if I never flaked out on you, you would have never been the
Figured
great
it out.
compliment you is today. Again,
Yeah,
you
but
welcome, brother.
one of the things that I do, like, I don't know, like as an artist, like one of the things that I do want to, like, one of the points that I want to get across to other artists is like, yo, there's so much other stuff to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is great, and let that be, you know what I'm saying, a part of who you are, but don't let that limit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when people say like, if it wasn't for music, what else would you do? Like, I don't like feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like feeling that way. Like, oh, without this, I'm nothing. Like, no, I was born already a whole person. You know what I'm saying? God didn't make no half people. Like my boy Real Talk say, like God didn't make no half people. Like we already whole people. Like music is something. It's a tool that I'm able to use to express myself. But it's not. Being an artist is not gonna define me. You know what I'm saying? Like no. Like I always look at like before the invention of Pro Tools. And you know what I'm saying? Before people were ever able to record themselves, let's say 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, the people who were living during that time, what was their dream? You know what I'm saying? Like I think nowadays we get caught up a lot and saying like, this is my dream, this is what I was made, like this is what I was put here for. And I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying I look at it like, man, you know, I don't want to imprison myself in that idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I think it's really all about just being happy and being, you know what I'm saying, surviving.
I definitely
and taking care of your family.
That's the main thing. And one thing I like to give you kudos on and kind of say you're not just speaking it, you're actually living it. You kind of branded your idea with the black economics and everything, and that kind of get me to think about how I seen an interview with Chance the Rapper. Then Chance the Rapper was kind of saying how he made about $6 million just off a hat. And you know, even though the hat is you know what I'm saying, is a New Era type brand, but it's still connected to him. And you know, Black Economics is a brand that I feel is connected to you because I see that as a $6 million in a year as company, you know, and I think connected to you, I want to ask you, how did that influence you and open up your eyes as an artist to see the different revenues that you can bring in?
When I started Black Economics, one of the main things that really showed me was how important merchandise is, and like how you know how important merchandise is, and like how, you know, it's about finding something that you truly believe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna work if you don't really believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work if you're just trying to like follow what you think is hot. Like finding something that you truly believe in and finding a way to share those beliefs with the people out there. Because there are other people out there who believe in what you believe in too. You know what I'm saying? And just finding a way to use that as like a glue to bring y'all together and keep y'all together. And when I created that, man, and the way it kind of just like stood up and walked on its own, I wasn't even really ready for it. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, like that people was gonna like take on to it like they did, because I was just upset. And I was like, nah, we just need to, you know, Black Economics, we just need to, and that's all I was saying. But I didn't know that it was gonna go on to sell, you know, all the shirts that I sold.
Yeah, and you're very modest. You sold a lot of shirts, and that opened up because I seen the whole door open up for everybody in the city. Like just not worldwide. Like in the city, I saw a lot of artists kind of follow suit. You know, and like you know, us as trailblazers, you know, to keep that humility and you know, be humble. You know, is actually like a gift. You know, and I really want to commend you on keeping that humble posture. You know, because me, I'm a little bit more boisterous, you know, and
you know, niggas out here biting my style.
You know what I'm saying? They out here trying to be like me, you know what I'm saying? Well, Terrence Howard that I ain't got.
No, that's
but no, to be honest though,
I stopped too soon. I should have kept rolling with Black Economics. I mean, I could still. It's just started to feel like, you know, like the atmosphere of activism today is different than the atmosphere of activism was 3 years ago, right? When I started Black Economics, because like now I think it's safe to say that everybody to a certain extent is woke and aware that there's a problem. 3 years ago, Negroes wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They can act like, oh, we already know that. But 3 years ago, a lot of people was walking around in the community just like, straight up like, yo, this is what it is and this how it's gonna be. So I think that's a good thing, right? That like the work that's been done over the past couple years, you know what I'm saying, is showing. But it's like now I feel like a lot of this is inauthentic. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
that's what I was gonna say.
disingenuous.
And that's my thing too. I'm not gonna.
So it's hard to exist in those spaces when you're a real like person.
And that's my thing. Let me expound on that. Let me kind of take that off your shoulders, because it's like it's a authentic, that the authenticness and
Authenticity.
the authenticity.
Trying to get it out.
Trying to get it out. That it's a mess me up a little bit, but that in Chicago politics is it's a gray area in my opinion, because it's a lot of young politicians that's creeping in, and you know, they using social media as a way to get themselves out there. They showing up at the different events and everything, and then the old, you know, they have that that disconnection with it, and that's kind of make it unauthentic, because in a way, like how do you always know where to pop up at, you know, and sometimes your message is fuzzy because you're doing different media ploys to get exposure. Like that's what scares me, because to me, in my eyes, the real activists who really wanted to make a change, the government, no, not even just the government, they are gone right now. They are gone. Like we have, like even with the murders that happened at the different hotels, some of the politicians that I looked up to, or the activists in our city that I looked up to, disappointed me. That was a big situation where we needed them to come out and help see what happened to this young lady.
Hold on, what murders?
It was at a hotel out there in Rosemont.
Are you talking about that young
girl?
Who,
a lot of them activists disappointed me.
The young girl, you got to tell them what
they know what I'm talking about.
The young girl who was found in the freezer.
The young girl that was found in the freezer. Oh. We had our own politicians. We had our own activists and politicians out there. But it was a lot of fugazi stuff going on out there at that moment. And at that moment, the things that went on opened my eyes as a media connoisseur, as a student of media. It opened my eyes to the fact that we can't really believe anything or anyone that's in any position. From the activists to the artists to the even me. Like, don't believe everything I say. I'm a writer. Sometimes I just feel the juice, and I just be going with if it sound good, it start rhyming. You be like, Greg, rhyming? I'm like, I be feeling it sometimes, you know. You can't believe it, because the camera brings that on to you, and a lot of people can't be controlled. Because during that little situation, I heard people talking about the money they give people for activism. You know, they give like little funds and stuff to be activists, stuff like all that stuff, man. You know, it kind of breaks away from the, like you said, disingenuousness of really wanting to help our people get to a better place where they can handle their black economics, be in control of their economics, and be black at the same time. And while we talking about black economics, we got a cousin right now asking for a shirt. Like you never stopped. You know what I'm saying? All you really got to do is probably check your site. You got back orders, you know, because that black economics, like that. I told you I be in it. That black economics whole brand is something that really people need to have.
Yeah, like I definitely felt the love and the support and all of that. I think where I'm at now is this. This is where I'm at now. The reason why I'm stepping, or why I stepped away from like that, I guess the traditional way of being an activist, is because I honestly believe that real activists eventually understand and come to this conclusion. The real revolution is in your household. You know what I'm saying? We can go out here and we can, you know, find the biggest podiums and try to talk to thousands of people. But when you go home, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, raising your kids and instilling in your kids the things that they need, instill them for them to grow up and be, you know, good people. You know what I'm saying? Responsible adults. Then you failing. You know what I'm saying? My responsibility is to make sure I raise my daughters right. My responsibility is to make sure that they see me treating their mama right. My contribution to society is them. And, you know, whatever, like my main contribution to society should be them. And I think anybody, you know what I'm saying, with kids understand that, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can create, you know what I'm saying, I can't create no song so dope that it's gonna be better than my kids. You know what I'm saying? I can't create no video, no nothing that's gonna be better than another human being. So that's why I pour so much. That's why for the past 6 months I was pouring so much energy into my family. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, because I'm an artist by nature, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, all right, now I gotta go back and balance and find a balance with music. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I'd be damned if I let music take over my life again.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's like I'm out here and I'm just like, yo, how can I do this? Ooh. Like I got a dope show tomorrow at the Chicago Cultural Center.
What time?
It's from 1 to 4. It's free too. It's thrown by the city of Chicago, DK's Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. It's an A&R audition actually, so it's gonna be A&Rs in the building, and we're gonna be performing in front of them and stuff like that for some dope opportunities. So, but one of the things is like I'm not chasing that. That's an opportunity that fell into my lap, and I'm really appreciative of it. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Mark Hubbard, Frank Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Ayers and everything. Like them, my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. But I think that the way life works, like when you stop chasing, the universe be like, oh, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
A lot of times that do. So again, I want you to give where they can find your new music at, your website, and your show information real quick.
mhm.
Let the people know where they can get your information at, your show tomorrow again, and any other thing you want to give out before we get up out of here.
So follow me on social media at John_the_author. You can go to my website, johntheauthor.com. Make sure you check out the new album, Burn the Books. It's available everywhere on every streaming platform. And stay in tune with me.
Yo, we live on the Greg Baker Show. Again, I want to thank John the author for coming out. I had a great time talking it up with my brother. Had a great yeah, we got to. I want to give a special shout out to Intellectual Radio. Again, I want you to download iHeart Radio, download Spreaker right now. And the key word to hear this and any other show on Intellectual Radio is Intellectual Radio. Also, go to IntellectualRadio.com. Okay, you can see our live review. You can catch us on different angles because I really like the angle of me on YouTube. I look pretty handsome on YouTube. I really don't like the angle I got on my computer, but on YouTube, I'm looking pretty debonair. I must say.
You got that type of face where it's like you gotta have the right filter. You don't look right under every filter.
Like, okay, all right then. With that being said,
people be like, I'm the type of dude. I got my angles. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest with myself. When the right angle, I look beautiful.
One thing about me, I'm never honest. I like all my angles. I don't know about you. Every
I got
angle
that side angle with me.
Ooh-wee. Hold on.
Killing them.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Check out this video. When y'all see me on YouTube, I'm like, yeah, it was sexy. YouTube. Go to Intellectual Radio on YouTube.
What filter is that? Is that the X Pro 2 Instagram filter?
So look, we gonna check y'all out next week, man. And for real, go to YouTube. Cause I got my muscles and stuff showing, flexing on Intellectual Radio.
Ray, what up, man? I see you.
Y'all check us out. We live, man. Shout out to John Arthur. Burning Books is out right now. I'm gonna catch y'all next week live on Intellectual Radio, same time, 1:00, 1:08. If I'm a little late, shout out to Earl. I love you, man. Let's get it.
Yo.
Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Shout. Yeah. Are you in tune with your shop? Shut up, man. I got one for you.
Healing your chakra, go get your spiritual doctor. Hand me my copper from the bottom like lobster. Truth is that many won't prosper. Miracles doctor. Leap what's a mob to a king, what's a king to a god, what's a god to a namba. Leave I see you with demons, you think they your friends, but they really your monsters. Holding you down, don't let no snake put no hole in your crown. Go get your crown, lightning is quicker and thicker and richer, so why are we focused on sound? I was chilling out, trying to figure out how to get us out. I was switching lanes, I was in the game, y'all was in the house. Probably scratching your asses, stuck in complacency, stagnant. Is that why niggas don't have shit? Let me quit, cause it's making me mad sick. Step on the gas, dust the dust, ashes to ashes. Just when I'm passing, they told me don't do no lagging. Boy, you broke, told me don't do no laughing. How you gon' transcend? That be that madness. I like my women with asses. I like my women with class. I like my women with black skin. Get ready as I elevate to new heights like a chopper. Bringing new life like a doctor. You can watch, but don't touch nothing. Listen till you get in tune with your chakras. Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune? Tell me if you man enough for standing up. Tell me if you had enough and mad as fuck. Tell me is it making sense to add it up, or should we just remain content and not adjust? We were living glamorous, now we living scandalous. At any time it can erupt, and honestly it's them or us. Spiritual wars, I'm on a lyrical course. I'm mama's miracle boy. I took a dip in the dark, I took a whipping when I did not listen to God. I keep a gun in the car, still I got nothing but love in my heart. Still I will sit niggas still if they come at me wrong. So please do not come at the God, don't be alarmed. I come in peace like the son of sheep when I run the streets. Go up high, even side to side. If you don't take the time to go underneath, then you would never see what I vision. Fuck a dream, I got missions. Spiritual, not religious. Window no pot to pissing. You do not know our conditions. You do not know how predicted. You do not know how resistant. You do not know how convincing. You do not know how conflicted. You do not know how sadistic. The script has been written, forget it. It's no time for tripping and slipping. I'm gripping and reeling and vicious to grill 'em and sit dishes. The temple is tempting before we can cleanse it. Just listen. Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with y'all? Are you in tune with your chakras? Are you in tune with y'all?